Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Learning Forward show. Today, I have with me the first woman to head an all boys boarding school in India. I think that's an interesting one. She is an alumnus of the Delhi School of Economics and Calcutta University with 3 decades of experience in governing bodies of institutions, winner of national awards. Currently, she has even set out to create a school of her dreams. And even more than anything else for her, it's not educate, but it's educare. I have with me for whom educare is life, and life with compassion and care to bring up the next generation has been all her focus in her long service. For her illustrious career and contribution to education in India, we are indeed fortunate to have with us none other than Dr. Gunmeet Bindra. Welcome to the show, Dr. Bindra. It's an honor and privilege to have you with us.
Thank you, Sandeep. It's an equal honor and privilege for me to be here.
Dr. Bindra, we have known each other for some time, and that's the good part when we do shows together. When you know people over a period of time, the show sounds better, and I'm sure today's show will be another great one. Share with us why you think educare and your passion for education is the be-all and end-all for you.
So, Sandeep, first up, thank you for a very generous introduction. And yes, you're right. When we know each other, it becomes far more comfortable and exciting to talk. Let me begin with how I got into education, Sandeep. So I got into education by default. It was never my first choice. I had other plans. Sandeep, you won't believe. I went to Delhi School of Economics where the atmosphere was very intellectually stimulating. And it was very academic oriented. I was good at my studies, and believe me, Sandeep, if anyone would bunk, I would tell them in Hindi, "Padh lo, nahi to kisi school mein padhate nazar aaoge." And I am the only one from my batch who got into teaching and school teaching at that. But having got into this field, this domain by default, when I look back now, I think I would have been a total misfit anywhere else in this world. When I got into education, I realized that this is where I belong. And believe me, I realized it very soon. You spoke about passion, Sandeep. What is passion? Passion is energy. Passion is about being internally driven. Passion is about wanting to do something new. Passion is hugely about enthusiasm. Passion is about genuine love for what you are doing. And it's when I got into education that I realized that education is truly my passion. There was no looking back. The job then and my life now has been so rewarding and so transformational for me as an individual that I can't think of doing anything else or exchanging this for anything else in the world. So that's where I come from, and that's where I belong. Completely passionate about what I'm doing. I have not got in here to start a little school of my own in a semi-rural setup, and you can't imagine how gratifying it is to be, giving back to the community.
Please stay with us. We will be back after a quick commercial break. It's been wonderful working with Learning Forward, more so because I've had the golden opportunity of being the founder as well as the sponsor and the first chairperson of Learning Forward India. It was indeed an honor and privilege to stitch together the affiliate and bring in hundreds of people from all over the country as our members. In 3 years, we've come a long way. We have worked with a few dozen schools. What's most beautiful about Learning Forward is they are committed to raising the bar for the teaching and learning profession. And we as an affiliate strongly support that. And Learning Forward is but a natural step for everyone in life. Affiliate has to live by the spirit of Learning Forward. Not just be in design and policy, but in terms of purely connecting with the educators and helping them appreciate what they are doing. Affiliation is more about appreciating the spirit of learning. To understand the global implication of education, you must become an affiliate. Sharing your small story. And you keep saying giving back, giving back. And I get tempted to ask this question. What is this transaction between when we talk of giving back?
Sandeep, I must confess, I've never been asked this question, but my first thoughts is it is what goes back to what we studied in Hindi scriptures. Ek hote hai rid, something that you owe. So something you owe to your parents, something you owe to the community. So we are what we are today, what the community makes us, what our school has made us, what our college has made us, what our teachers have made us, what our parents have made us, what our neighborhood has made us. All of them have contributed to who we are today. And if today we are blessed to return that huge favor that all of them have done to us, that I think is what is giving back to the community. And that perhaps is what I'm set out to do here in Punjab.
Beautiful. I really like your spirit and the energy which you have. And my next question to you is this your rewarding moment? You talked of a rewarding moment about job and life. Where you are, is this your rewarding moment? If yes, tell us more about your rewarding moment.
Yes, Sandeep, in a way, yes, it is rewarding. You know how pandemic has devastated the world. You know how it has affected everyone. It has affected me too. I came with plans which went out of the window. Had it not been for this passion that you're talking about, maybe I would have collapsed. But what is sustaining me is this rewards that one gets from these little pleasures, these little acts that one gets into in our journey of the day. So in a sense, yes, it's very rewarding. In a sense, it's very challenging. So it's a balance that one has to all the time keep making. But had it not been rewarding, the challenges would have been impossible to have been met.
It's wonderful to hear how you value life for the positive things. And this positive spirit is the only hope we have. Now, my next volley at you. You said that teaching is a profession which you get when you don't do anything else, when you were referring to your Delhi School of Economics. You said in Hindi, but for my viewers across the world, I want to say that Dr. Bindra believes that teaching is a profession not by choice but by chance. And that's what she mentioned when she got out of Delhi school. Now, why do you think for you it was a choice and not a chance?
Sandeep, let me say that I don't now believe the same. That was my belief 37 years ago when I was in college.
I wanted you to catch you 37 years back.
Yes, now no. Now I strongly feel that things are getting better. People are coming into education as their first choice, and it will only get better by the day. And that, I think, is the hope that we educators have in tomorrow. Because when we have the best brains and the best people coming forward to get into as educators, that's where that's where the awakening would be, that's where the illumination would be, and that's where education will take its true form of educare. Because then people will put in their best out of choice and not out of chance or compulsion.
Wonderful. I like the educare. Now, I want you to give me a prescription with 3 bullet points which you feel will make this profession a profession of first choice. You have traveled the world over, you have been part of international bodies, and you have seen many countries, their curriculums, their methodologies, what they do so different from us and what we do so different from. Give us a prescription. Give us a prescription which can go to the policymakers in just 3 simple points. What should be done to make teaching the most sought after profession?
So let me take a clue from the word that I stand by all the time, the word that I use very often when I say educare. So let's pick up the word care from this word and talk about the 3 bullet points that you're talking about. So the first care is care for teachers. I think that if we seriously want education to be at a pedestal that it rightfully deserves to be at, we must care for our teachers. They deserve the respect that they do. They deserve the remuneration that they do. So everything in terms of care for teachers has to be taken up first. Like I said, care for teachers in terms of how much we pay them, care for teachers in terms of the respect that we give them, care for teachers in terms of opportunities for them to take this as a first career. I've always been talking about national level institutions. Why can't we have, like we have the IITs, the Indian Institute of Technology, why can't we have the same IIT as the Indian Institute of Teachers, and build institutions that will empower and encourage the youngsters and the youth of today to take this as a great career option? So care for teachers, looking after them in terms of money and respect, and providing them opportunities. And then care for students. The entire system of education has to be student-centric in letter and spirit. If we care for our students, if we care for their dreams, if we care to bring them up to be growing up to be children who take pride in themselves, who are resilient, who have a great voice, who are passionate, and all of that, then we are bringing up a system of education which will never fail. Then our children will never fail us. What more in the world do we want if our children don't fail us tomorrow? So again, care for the children. And finally, care for the community. It is so important that our entire system of education should be such that all stakeholders in the community value this as a priority. COVID has taught us how everything can stop except health and education. And if we as a society, if we as a civilization, if we as a community care for education as our priority, I think all is taken care of itself. So care for teachers, care for students, and care for the community and all stakeholders, I think should do the trick.
Thank you, Dr. Bindra, from Learning Forward India, from Learning Forward the world over, and from the bottom of the heart from every teacher for your care and compassion. Thank you.
Thank you.